Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever it is for you. It's afternoon for us. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to What's the Word. Yay! So we did our footnotes and we're on Exodus chapter 4. Noah's not here this time because I don't know, he's in the tubby and we got other stuff to do. He is going to follow along and do more, like I said, this part of his homeschool, but school's over, school's done. This is a me time, me with you, and just to read the signs of the Lord's power because I've been seeing it time and time again. Paula's circle, hashtag, right? It's just crazy how God's working miracles in my life, even through the pain of losing a loved one, and how I prayed to be able to help others, and oops, and I have been able to do that. So I'm very, very excited. And oops, the mic wasn't on. So anyways, we are on chapter 4, the signs of the Lord prayer. Moses is protested again. Remember, he was up there God was telling him, you got to let my people go. And he's telling God, but what if Pharaoh doesn't believe me? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to convince him? These are mere people. They don't understand, right? So Moses protested again to God, and God is telling him to go, and Moses is like questioning, are you sure? Are you positive? How can I do this, God? How can I do this? And with God, he's saying, with me, go. With me, go, right? He's telling Moses, you can do this. I will tell you what to do, right? So Moses says again, what if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say the Lord never appeared to you, right? What if they don't believe you? Because this is my question. I think that's why I want to do this right now, because this was my question, right? If I tell you my signs, if I tell you my reality of life, like I said, what are the odds? Or different things that I don't speak. I just talk in my head and they come to me, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted a circle. I wanted people to help me. I want my dreams to come true. I want to own a business. I want to own a house. So I wanted a truck. There's a lot of stuff. And even though I've said you can't take your stuff with you when you're gone, as long as you give it to God while you're alive, he will continue to multiply everything, as long as you not only give it to God, but put the work that he tells you to put in. You have to do work. It's not magic. It doesn't just happen. There's work and pain and things that need to happen in order to get you to where you must be, right? So what if they don't believe me, right? What if they don't believe me, right? Then the Lord asked him, what is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff. Oh wait, no, he won't believe me. What if they say the Lord never appeared to you? Then the Lord asked him, what is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it down on the ground. The Lord told him. So Moses threw it down and the staff turned into a snake. Moses jumped back. Whoa, can you imagine a piece of wood turned into an animal? That's crazy. Then the Lord told him, reach out and grab its tail. Right? So that I think you're supposed, I don't know how you're supposed to grab a snake. I just thought by the head. You would think by the head, but I don't think you can. I don't know. So grab it by the tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into the shepherd's staff in his hand, right? Perform this sign. The Lord told him. Then they will believe the Lord. Then they will believe that the Lord, the God of the ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob really has appeared to you. And this is another thing, one of the names that we had mentioned. It says it a lot, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why do you think that is? Because he's the God that never changes, right? So it has to be Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They believe that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob really has appeared to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, now put your hand inside your cloak. So Moses put his hand inside his cloak, and when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow with a severe skin disease. Wasn't that leprosy? That is number 6. Yep, or with leprosy. The Hebrew word used here can describe various skin diseases. Now put your hand back in your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back in his cloak, and when he took it out again, it was healthy as the rest of his body. So it's like magic tricks, right? The shepherd staff turning into a snake, then turning back to a staff. Then his hand had leprosy and disease, skin disease, and then it went away, and now it's good again. So the Lord said to Moses, if they do not believe you and are not convinced by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. And if they don't believe you and listen to you even with these 2 signs, then take some water from the Nile River and pour it onto the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. Water to blood happens again, right? It hasn't happened yet, but this is the first time, right? The first time that the water turns to blood, right? But Moses pleaded with the Lord, oh Lord, I'm not very good with words. I never have been, and I'm not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied and my words get tangled. Moses reminds me of me. Seriously, when he asked me to start doing this, I'm like, but I don't... No, and still to this day, I'm like, I don't understand. But like I said when I did the footnotes, a lot of people that you would think they're encouraging me have told me that I've encouraged them, or people that I just know, clearly seeing God working in my life. And it's crazy to be God for somebody else or show that God is real just by my life, just by them being a part of my life. It's crazy, right? So my words get tongue-tied. Then the Lord asked Moses, who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak, hear or do not hear, see or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go, I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what to say. But Moses again pleaded, Lord, please send anyone else. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. All right, he said, what about your brother Aaron, the Levite? I know he speaks well, and look, he is on his way to meet you now. He will be delighted to see you. Talk to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do, what to say and do, right? Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and you will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say. So God will speak to Moses, and Moses will speak to Aaron, and then Aaron will speak to the people, right? And take your shepherd's staff with you and use it to perform the miraculous signs I have shown you. So now we have Moses' return to Egypt. So Moses went back home to Jethro, his father-in-law. Please let me return to my relatives in Egypt, Moses said. I don't even know if they're still alive. Go in peace, Jethro replied. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, return to Egypt, for all those who wanted to kill you have died. So Moses took his wife and sons, put them on the donkey, and headed back to the land of Egypt. In his hand, he carried the staff of God, right? That shepherd's staff. Now it's the staff of God. And the Lord told Moses, when you arrive back in Egypt, go to the Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I've empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart, so he will refuse to let your people go. Why do you think this may be? I don't understand. Then you will tell him, this is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son. On the way to Egypt, at the place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife, Zipporah, took a flint knife, and circumcised her son. Oh, ouch. She touched his feet. Let's see, the Hebrew word feet may refer here to the male sex organ. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, now you are a bridegroom of blood to me. When she said a bridegroom of blood, she was referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. Now the Lord had said to Aaron, go out into the wilderness to meet Moses. So Aaron went and met Moses at the mountain of God, and he embraced him. Moses then told Aaron everything the Lord had commanded him to say. And he told him about the miraculous signs the Lord had commanded him to perform. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and called all the elders of Israel together. Aaron told them everything the Lord had told Moses, and Moses performed the miraculous signs as they watched. Then the people of Israel were convinced that the Lord had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshiped. So that's good, but shouldn't you bow down and worship all the time? But they know that Moses now is there to save them, right? To save them from their oppression, to save them from the sadness of being a slave. Now it's going to start. Moses and Aaron speak to Pharaoh, making bricks without straw. Making bricks without straw. How do you make bricks with straw? But without straws. And then that's chapter 5. Chapter 6 is the promises of deliverance, the ancestors of Moses and Aaron. And then Aaron's staff becomes a serpent. The plague of blood. Here comes the plagues. The plagues. Oh, man. All right, awesome. Yay. We are done with chapter 4 and the footnotes. And then we're on to chapter 5 where Moses and Aaron speak to the Pharaoh. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and comment anything. Love you. And we'll see you back here shortly. Have a great day. Don't forget Mary Kay Dream Team. Oh, yeah. All right. Love you guys. And I'll see you back here shortly for episode whatever. Don't even know the number. But for chapter 5. All right. I love you. God loves you. And I'll see you back here shortly. Bye.